So overall experience was good. At least we got to learn new things. I was at the mixology session. We at least, if nothing else, then we could become a good bartender. We at least got to know some new techniques, how to make different kinds of spirits. Yeah. So I think so. The most important thing that has come to fore is essentially looking at volume growth. How can you grow volumes? And this is I'm speaking from a company's point of view. Uh, Everything going strong. I mean, all the companies are looking at volume growth. So from a customer or a consumer end, it is more about what is it that you could do to give him a repeatable model, a scalable model. That is very, very critical because consumer at his end is not looking at the company's volume growth or anything. Every time there's something demand for something new. Yeah. Soulful is one of our brands, which is millet-based breakfast cereals. We've already made a mark in the breakfast cereals world. We have just started exploring. So Soulful, there's a lot of action happening around ready to eat. Yeah, we basically are a company which was traditionally in tea and salt. What we are now doing and also looking at is lot of food products where we are wanting consumers to taste the best and actually also look at the nutritional value. Because one thing for sure, the current customer is obviously looking at both value and also on the health and wellness prospect. So those are things that we are actually looking at. While you talk about normal tea, a tea is a tea. I mean, there can be little things that you can do, but coming out with flavors. I mean, how do you get more and more people coming to buy green tea? How do you look at green tea which is not bitter in taste? How do you do that? Yeah. So those are things that we are continuously toying with the idea and continuously experimenting. So there are a lot of experiments. As a company, we are doing a lot of newer products just to ensure whatever. We all know that most of the products that we come out with, most of them either will not stay, but some of them which will stay, they will become pillars for next future. So I think so. It's not one size fits all. It's basically a combination. So one is obviously instant gratification. If you know the word instant gratification, that is something that has come to the fore like never before. People want it now and they want it like all the things fulfilled. Then there's the omni-channel, because this is the rise, this is the time when there's omni-channel that's coming in. So with omni-channel, you will have everything. I mean, there was a time when e-commerce was booming, right? There was COVID where offline stores closed. Offline people just wanted to shop everything on the phone. E-commerce went like leaping. But then it has all come to a point where I also look at my phone, I also shop online, and I also go to the stores. So you have to be present at the complete spectrum. There's also D2C, which I directly market. So as a company, we are ensuring that all the channels, all the parts that we are playing, it all moves in the right direction. It all moves together. That is actually one of the things. And of course, last but not the least is the value that you are generating. Value, sustainable value for long term. Something like millets that we just, that you just referred to. Because what it will also help is, it will also help you give a volume traction also. Because critical, any FMCG company or any CPG company as they call, it has to have sustainable volume, which is hard to come by, which is extremely important. Yeah. Any type of competition is good because it always helps you to grow more. I see D2C having its own space, at least for a country where we live in. There is umpteen number of space for all or many D2C brands to come. So what is important is how do you play the whole gamut of offline, online and D2C? How do you play well? So how do you make the consumer look at your product all together in all three or all four channels? Whichever company can do that well, probably that will be really. So we all are endeavoring towards ensuring that whole thing works out well. I mean, there can be specific D2C brands, right? Like a 1868, which is like imported, which we just want to play on D2C first. But there will also be an offline. There will be some specialized stores and things like that. So essentially, the point is all the channels have to be played together so that the consumer feels he can go to any place. He just wants to see, feel, touch. He can do that, or probably he can just go to one of the channel and buy.